Welcome to Bakunawa Young Cinema, 8th edition, the first ever genre film festival in the Philippines.
Welcome to Bakunawa Young Cinema, an annual film camp and series of film workshops for young emerging filmmakers. For the past years, due to the pandemic, we have temporarily migrated to an online platform until we could bring or resume the film camps, outreach programs, and workshops to support young promising filmmakers who have no access to training. To all the volunteers, artists, and partners, to our presenter, the Nergos Museum and E Unlimited, to our jury and film critics, we would like to thank everyone who supported and contributed to the growth of Bakunawa Young Cinema. And to all young, new creative and innovative filmmakers who submitted and were selected for this year's Bakunawa, congratulations! We hope to see new visions and new voices from you.
Thank you to all the filmmakers who submitted their films and participated in the 8th Bakunawa Young Cinema. Despite the pandemic affecting us, we commend your grit and perseverance to produce these films to make your voice be heard and share your stories with the world. Let us support and encourage these filmmakers by watching and sharing their stories with our communities.
Welcome to the Film Critics Awards and Citations of the 8th Bakunawa Young Cinema Film and Art Festival. Tonight, we are honoring the films cited by our Board of Film Critics. We at Bakunawa Young Cinema believe that film critics play an important role in helping to define and to read films so audiences may see perspectives from film experts. We push for healthy discourse and film literacy. So tonight, through choices by our invited film critics, we honor films, even those that are not in competition, and their filmmakers for sharing stories in their chosen genres to keep our imaginations in motion. Because Bakunawa Young Cinema believes in a more progressive outlook of what is regional, we are fielding films that don't define our festival, our principles, and our aesthetics as geographical. From among our submissions and our invited films, we are sending films from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This would be the first time in Cinemarion history that a regional festival sends a film delegation that represents different regions. In our quest to help shape and define national cinema as films coming from around the Philippines and the inclusion of shorts, we aim to send films with different tones and voices, varying genres, and those that identify issues and concerns that need to be addressed or those that have completely been forgotten. This year's recommended films to Cinemarion are Shapeshifters by Patrick Pangan of San Mateo Rizal, genre horror drama, for dramatizing the loud concerns of the Filipinos in a quiet and foreboding way.
May nagsasabi na pag-alagala lang siya sa bayan. Marami rin nagsasabi na tumuho na siya sa syudad. Walang rason ng kanyang pagkawala, ngunit ramdam pa rin ng kanyang presensya.
Sa Balay ni Papang or In My Father's House by Kurt Soberano of Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, genre drama, for an inspiring and beautiful ode to an inspiring filmmaker, Director Peke Galiaga. Twice of Bakunawa's Guest of Honor, acted by some of Bacolod's finest actors.
Ikaw ma-apply?
Nga mga adlaw, kung hindi ko ikaw makita, ako sa imo ang ginamingaw.
Langat or The Beyond by Fund Stipon of Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, genre post-apocalyptic-esque drama, for tackling current pandemic issues through domestic relationships in a part sci-fi, part post-apocalyptic present-day scenario. And of course, we have Round Trip by Gabriel Carmelo of Coronadal, South Cotabato, genre horror comedy, for capturing the carefree spirit of the current teen generation in a consequential and mysterious short journey.
Sensitive pala sa inyo. Gina-joke nyo lang ang...
So Shapeshifters po is about a young boy who grew up with folk beliefs, then parang may dumating na isang bagong babae sa town nila, and then suddenly parang naging usap-usapan siya dun sa lugar nila kung totoo nga ba itong isang aswang or isang manananggal. Then eventually tied up with the yung kumbaga yung pagka-surrealistic approach or take niya na about mga folklore and mythology, doon pumasok din yung kumbaga yung uh, deeper issue na tinatakal niya, which is yung extrajudicial killing. And in a sense, it is odd to youth or to myself na once na ganun din na nagsimula ng hindi naman din um, hindi pa kumbaga mulat sa nangyayari sa ating bansa. Then eventually na namumulat tayo dahil sa nangyayari at doon nag-ignite yung fire para lumaban sa mga ganitong klaseng atrocities. Ayun po. Thank you.
Sabalani Papang basically is a combination of stories put into one character in and on how director Pecky Galiaga has touched the lives of many and has inspired us to be involved with film production and the theater here, mostly in the province of Negros Occidental. Basically, when Pecky Galiaga died, so everyone was very sad in our community. On the night of his death, I started to write a script which would be how should I say this, which would mirror everything that everyone has encountered with him. And after 2 months of brainstorming, the script was finished and we had to wait for a grant to arrive, and luckily NCCA and Sinihalaga was able to provide us with that. So with the grant and with ambition and the help of the whole community, we were able to make the whole film by January.
Langat was conceived during the lockdown in 2020. It is a small production that involved only 10 film crew and cast combined, comprised of my teen daughter, Jael, and selected trusted friends or mentees and immediate family members in the cast and crew. So it was, Langat is a very personal film, especially that the story revolves around a father and a daughter. No, so aside from it being my first short film formally, it was born out of frustration from the pandemic of being trapped for 3 months, fear of the uncertain and possible losses, and many more. So actually I did it to keep me and us sane during the lockdown, since we're all trapped in a seeming limbo that we never expected to come and haunt us even up to now. So but with the little that we did, that we had in the filming, no, with my cinematographer doing online cinematography from his own home, that's Justin, but with a passion to create sustained in each of us. So we traversed into an unknown during the lockdown and the various community quarantine statuses. So off into the beyond. So that's how Langat came to be.
Well, Round Trip, we made Round Trip back in 2019. And it's actually my first film ever. One thing about Round Trip, ginawa siya namin under 24 hours. Sinulat, shoot, and edit under 24 hours kasi it was a guerrilla film competition back then, kung saan siya nabuo. And at the time I was in high school. I think I was in grade 12. And yun yung time where nagbago lahat. There was this huge shift from junior high school to senior high school. And one of those was when I was going home nung senior high, hindi na ako nakapag enjoy ng round trips with my friends from junior high school. Ewan ko lang if anyone can relate to this experience. But back then, parang sa isang tricycle dito sa city namin, there would be 10 people riding and scattered areas across the city uuwi. Tapos it would take hours bago reach sa destination, parang ganyan. So I really enjoyed that. And when we were tasked to create a film under 24 hours, I wanted to stick with a story or tell a story na had a huge part of me or talagang na-experience ko siya. And at that time, I think there was a kidnapping case. There was a kidnapping case dito sa city. So, ang daming elements na grounded sa city namin na sa mga experiences ko dito sa South Cotabato and sa Coronadal na in-apply ko siya sa Roundlet.
Kaya alam bawah sadar kita mau kasih tahu kita sesuatu. Dan katanya setiap kali kita tidur, itu kita pasti mimpi. Dan semalam aku ingat, aku lihat kamu ngebelakangin aku sendirian di tengah.
May pa-scholar si Mayor. Marunong ka ba mag-computer?
ESD. At niya tihabing ko kailangan pindutin mo. Pag mali pinindot mo, kumpang ko'y gamot mo. Te, may nakalimbaro ka. Talaga mo yung baydo, siyempre mali.
Nakaranasan. Apakahirap harapin. At sino ang makakaintindi? Ituturing lang nila akong nasisiraan ng ulo.
Ginpasakay ako ni tatay ko sa barko.
Hambala-bala si Choy Mario nga maintra ko sila shooting.
Martista ka man?
Hindi tayo mabulig ubra eh. Daw kasadya sila tanawon.
Ang tugon niya lang sa ako na hindi ugit pagkalimtan ang tinaga sa Espanyol. Tengo familia. Sa aton ang sayuron sina may pamilya.
Our Board of Film Critics. We have Professor Richard Bolisay, was born in Santa Cruz, Manila in 1987. As a writer and film critic, he has participated in film festivals in Berlin, Locarno, Hong Kong, Zhengzhou, Berwick, Brighton, Cebu, and Manila. He teaches courses on film theory and criticism at the UP Film Institute. Then we also have Professor Skilty Labastilla, is the founding president of the Society of Filipino Film Reviewers and a member and former president of the Young Critics Circle. He is also the president of the Ugnayang Pang-Aghamtao Incorporated or the Anthropological Association of the Philippines. He teaches in Ateneo de Manila University. Then of course, we have Mr. Jason Tan Liwag. Jason Tan Liwag is a scientist, actor, and writer. He is an alumnus of the IFFR Young Critics, FEFF Film Campus, YIDFF Film Criticism Workshop, and the Cinelab workshops under Richard Bolisay. He has also served as a jury member for film festivals locally and internationally. His writing on film, television, and culture has been published in CNN Philippines Live, Rappler, and Movie Notebook, and he is also the first Filipino individual member of the International Federation of Film Critics.
For effectively imbuing the film with an enthralling rhythm that approximates the mind of a depressive character.
The Critic Citation for Excellence in Film Editing is awarded to
Benny Joe for Tris.
Ingat, Tris. Ini penting loh buat Mama. Ya. Lagian, kamu kan yang nggak kerja?
Ya.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I am Denny Joe. First of all, I would like to thank you for the Bakunawa Young Cinema Film and Art Festival Philippines, all the judges, film critic, and everyone present here tonight. And I really don't expect to get this award. I feel touched, flattered, and honored by this. Thank you. And there is a Reza Rahadian here, an actor that I really admire, an amazing and great actors with a big heart and very humble person. Thank you, Reza. Of course, I would like to say many thanks to a crazy woman directors, Jenar Maisa Ayu, who has given me many lessons and opportunities to try a new thing. If one touch, I come from the middle of nowhere. In this film, Trish, she gives to me the opportunity to become an extension and bridge of the extraordinary vision and great story. I know what I'm doing is far from perfect. If she gives me a chance and apart from she's heart, then with all my heart, I will do my best. Thank you for giving me a listen, trust, and love. Jenar Maesayu, you know I love you so much. And unless for my home, a house of my life, Ambu Sylvia, Sirungan Kabunga, and Rineng Gekahyangan. Thank you so much for continuing to make room for my craziness. Gives me a lot of time to explore many things and also give an opportunity to be a husband and father for you all of you more than anything. Once again, greeting to all from the planet of Bekasi, Indonesia. Terima kasih.
Translating Nietzsche's text into a unique audiovisual language that burrows deep within the conscious and subconscious and lingers long after the credits roll.
The critic citation for excellence in experimental film is awarded to
GSM 3 Essay 28 by Bayu Kusuma, Indonesia.
First of all, I like to say thank you to Bakunawa Young Cinema for this amazing opportunity, amazing space for the KM3SI 2328. And also I like to express my my gratitude to the crew, to the team behind the production, High Heels Pictures, Place in Placelessness, for such a, of course, this is such a great moment for all of us. This is a win for us. This is a good moment, and I like also to express. I wish that there are more space for experimental film, for more micro cinema, because this kind of thing is rarely happen, and especially to the experimental films. So thank you again for this amazing moment.
For its hilarious depiction of how the pandemic has starved us for affection, leading us to seek romantic relationships in transactional ones.
The critic citation for quarantine microfilm excellence is awarded to
Pedidos, Orders, by Roberto Ercolalo, Spain.
¡Perdona! ¿Estás ahí? Que quiero hacerte una pregunta. ¿Estás ahí?
Hello, friends from Bakunawa. This is Roberto Ercolalo
from the movie orders or pedidos in the original title. I would like to thank you for the recognition and for keeping cinema alive. This was a very curious short film for me, because my identity is shooting in black and white, and this was my first and only color short film. Precisely when the world turns gray due to COVID in the year 2020. So there you will see a fragment of the human being as a socially needy being. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. Also, I would like to thank you in my original language, which is Spanish. So, muchísimas gracias por el reconocimiento, por el premio. Significa mucho para mí, para todo el equipo, y sin duda es un gran impulso a seguir haciendo, a seguir creando, a seguir compartiendo y fundamentalmente a seguir uniendo, que creo que es la función que tiene un festival, unir todas las naciones a través de una pantalla. Así que principalmente gracias a ustedes por ese gran aporte, gran y valioso aporte que hacen por nuestra industria. Espero que lo disfruten, muchísimas gracias, viva el cinema. Bye.
For creating a film where absence manifests itself through disorder and grief is resolved only through the mundane acts of service.
The Critics' Citation for Vertical Film Excellence is awarded to
Mga Gawaing Bahay, House Chores by Van Leonard C. Pascual from the Philippines.
Alam nyo, nung bata pa ako, ang pinaka-ayoko talaga sa lahat ay yung tumulong kay mama sa gawaing bahay. Ayokong tumulong sa pagliligpit ng mga laruan ko.
So, hello po, good day to everyone. Thank you very much for this honor. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of the people who were part of this Bakunawa Young Cinema. To the viewers and to the film critics, thank you so much for recognizing our short film titled Mga Gawaing Bahay or Household Chores. Receiving this award is a great pleasure for me because it's an award for doing what I love. So I am very, very grateful for receiving this. Thank you once again.
For a composition that successfully accompanies the uplifting mood of the film, and for effectively incorporating indigenous chants,
The citation for excellence in original music score is given to
Black Rainbow, original music composed by Gian Gianan, Philippines.
May pa-scholar si Mayor. Marunong ka ba mag-computer?
Hi everyone. I would like to thank the organizers and the jurors of the 2022 Bakunawa Film Festival for recognizing my work as music director for the film Black Rainbow. I would also like to thank our director Zeke Dulay for making me a part of the project, and also my musicians for helping me bring to life the music that I envisioned for the film. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. God bless us all.
For the lyrical and intimate visual presentation of a story of star-crossed lovers,
The Critics' Citation for Excellence in Cinematography is awarded to
Dear to Me by Jonas Romig of Germany. For creating a world that sees Indigenous children not merely as hapless victims of discrimination, but as active agents in realizing their dreams.
The Critics' Citation for Excellence in Screenplay is awarded to
Zig Dulay for Black Rainbow, Philippines.
May nakalimbaro ka. Talaga may yung baydo, siyempre mali. Mali eh.
Magandang araw sa lahat. Maraming salamat sa Bakunawa Film Festival, lalong-lalo na sa mga film critics na nagbigay ng pagkilala sa aming screenplay, sa aming maikling pelikulang Black Rainbow. At gusto ko rin pasalamatan yung mga naging kabahagi sa paghubog at paglinang ng aming kwento mula sa screening committee ng Sinihalaga hanggang sa mga kaibigang nakipag-brainstorm at nagbigay ng kwento para mas lalo pang kuminis at maging solido yung aming kwento. Gusto ko rin ibahagi ang pagkilalang ito sa AITA community na siyang pinagkakautangan namin ng kwento, lalong-lalo na sa mga consultants namin. Ang totoo, mahirap ang pinagdaan ng proseso sa pagsaliksik at paglikha ng kwento sa paghalukay ng kaluluwa ng bawat kwentong katutubo. Ngunit sa tulong at kolaborasyon ng buong komunidad, parang napapadali yung lahat, parang nawawala lahat yung hirap. Hindi mabubuo ang kwentong Black Rainbow kundi dahil at para sa kanila. Maraming salamat po.
Since we opened our festival online last December 26, 2021, up to March 6, 2022, the closing of our online screenings, all our films collectively were watched 17,937 times according to our Bakunawa Vimeo On Demand channel analytics.
Our films have been watched in Indonesia, USA, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, the Netherlands, France, Germany, UK, Japan, and in more than 36 countries around the world. We never had these audiences until we opened to online screening during the pandemic.
Half of the almost 18,000 online views came from Indonesia, proof that the stars and production team of the film Tris are not just popular but also full of talent with an important story to tell.
The film resonated with audiences and critics alike. Bakunawa values its audiences, so every year we award the number 1 in our box office.
In our 8th edition, the box office champion with more than 60% of the total audience count is the film Tris, directed by Janar Mesa Ayu, executive produced by Helen Gumanti, and produced by Ilham Romansa.
So the Bakunawa Young Cinema is awarding the box office champion to Tris, directed by Janar Mesa Ayu of Indonesia.
Ingat, Tris. Ini penting loh buat Mama. Ya. Lagian, kamu kan yang gak kerja?
Iya.
Aduh, Tristan. Ampun deh.
Hi, I'm Helen Gumanti. I'm the Executive Director of Tris. First of all, I'd like to thank Bakunawa Film Festival, all the judges, and all their voters. I'm incredibly humbled and honored that Tris is awarded the box office champ. I'd really like to thank Janar Maisa Ayu as the film director, very gifted film director, who put her absolute best for this film to be such a success. As well, I would like to thank all the actors, Reza Rahardian, Christine Hakim, Cornelio Sani, who not only give meaning to this film through their artistry, but also to give the full support and to believe in this mental health awareness. And to all of the crews and to every one of you that have supported this film, I thank you very much. You have left me a very, very great memories indeed. I hope that there's more and more awareness on the significance of mental health. Let's stop judgment. Let's stop pointing fingers and the blame game. Who is the aggressor and who is the victim? Because we could either in both position and either position when we lack self-awareness and understanding. Let's listen to the small voice in our hearts. We all are worthy. We all are deserving to be loved unconditionally. And we need to be more kinder to others. We deserve to live in bliss without doubting our sanity and doubting ourselves. My heartfelt thanks again to everyone that have watched and enjoyed Tris. I love you all, wherever you are.
What I find most interesting in the selection of films from Bakunawa is the energy and excitement coming from young Asian filmmakers. Shapeshifters reveals a young filmmaker with a confident sensibility, choosing to visualize the manananggal vis-a-vis the extrajudicial killings at the time of Duterte may not be new, but the cinematic language in which this juncture is expressed moves between accessible and abstract and can inspire different kinds of conversation.
The Critics' Citation for Film Excellence is awarded to
Shapeshifters by Patrick Pangan from the Philippines.
Wala pa rin nakakanap na panibagong impormasyon sa kung ano ang motibo sa pagpatay sa mga biktima. Matatanda ang lahat sa 14 biktima ay pare-parehong nakitaan ng mga basa at sugat sa buong katawan. Gayunpaman, patuloy pa rin ang pag-iimbestiga para sa pagbibigay hustisya sa mga biktima.
First of all, I would like to thank Bakunawa Cinema of the Young for this platform, for giving us, especially student filmmakers, this opportunity to share our films. It's our pleasure to be able to share the different stories or advocacies we have as a filmmaker. Thank you to the viewers and the critics for those appreciations. Thank you for seeing something in a piece that was created to inspire and awaken the young Filipinos. Also, I would like to thank my production. Definitely, without them, we would not be able to create this film despite the restrictions of the pandemic. This film is still a reminder for me to continue and ignite the fire and tell stories that echoes the realities that has a place in my heart. I'm very honored and humbled for this recognition. Maraming salamat po. Thank you.
For her masterly and gripping depiction of emotional abuse and depression,
The Critics' Citation for Excellence in Film Direction is awarded to
Jenar Maisa Ayu for Tris, Indonesia.
Ampun. Dio! Tristan!
Kenapa, Ma? Itu Tristan pasti. Tristan!
Ya, Kak. Ya.
Kamu kenapa lupa matiin kompor, Tris?
Aku nggak nyalain kompor sama sekali, Kak.
Kamu
Beneran.
bakar rumah apa gimana, Tris?
Aku dari tadi bersihin kamar mandi disuruh Mama.
Tris, kalau kamu salah, ngaku aja, Tris. Aku
Iya, emang
nggak
nggak
bisa
salah,
terus-terusan
Kak. Ini aku
nututin kesalahan
beneran.
kamu,
Aku
Tris.
nggak nyalain kompor.
Hi, I'm Jenar Maisa Ayu from Indonesia. First of all, I am so sorry I cannot attend the awarding night because I have to finish my new film by the end of March. But I am so humbled, so thankful, so grateful to receive this award. Thank you so much. So in this special moment, I would love to thank my little universe, my beautiful daughters, Banyu Bening Betari Maharani, my granddaughter Embun Kinara, my beautiful fur babies, Tikus, Momo, and Chico. I love you all so much, you know that. And to our dear friend Philip Chia, who introduced me to this amazing film festival, Bakunawa, to one of the kindest person I've ever known, Alfred Banares, and of course, to all judges, to all voters, to all critics. Thank you so much for the appreciation. It means the world to me, really. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. To all cast, amazing cast, Reza Rahadian, Christine Hakim, Cornelio Sani, and amazing crew. Thank you so much for the beautiful journey, for the fun memories, for the love and support. You know I love you guys so much. And last but not least, our dear executive producer, Helen Gumanti, who is not only believed in me since the very beginning, but also gave me the opportunity to realize how important mental health awareness is and how to love ourselves more. We don't need more abusers. We don't need war. We don't need more hatred. We don't need more violence. We don't need more homophobics. We don't need more rapists. We don't need more bullshit in this world. All we need is love and more love. So please spread the love, not hate. for the better world, for the better us. Thank you so much again, Bakunawa Film Festival. Salamat, and I love you all. Sending my love to you all. Mwah.
For its simple yet poetic depiction of how queer love and religious beliefs are freedoms that are tied together, constantly at tension, resolved only through the creation of a third space.
The Critics' Citation for Film Excellence is awarded to
Dear to Me by Monica Vanessa Tedha, Indonesia and Germany.
Wah, kalau gitu mah pas liburan ke sini kalau mau cari jodoh. Nah, itu rusa yang di pantai, masa nggak tahu? Kan terkenal di sini.
Di mananya, Mang?
Jarang-jarang keluarnya. Jadi orang sini teh percaya siapa yang bisa ngeliat rusa, dia akan dapat jodoh. Gitu.
Jodoh kan di tangan Tuhan, Mang Ucup.
Tapi itu ada legendanya, Pak. Jadi dulu teh ada seorang lelaki sama seorang perempuan, mereka teh.
Everyone in Bakunawa Young Cinema Film and Art Festival, thank you so much for the critic citation for our film Dear to Me, as well as the cinematography. Jonas and I are very thankful for this recognition. Having our film screened as the opening of your festival is already an honor, so thank you so much for this. Thank you for letting us tell our stories. We hope that the film and the story it brings can continue spreading and find its place in so many hearts, just as it has been for so many of us who have made it. Thank you so much.
For convincingly essaying a difficult role as an unknowing gaslighting victim that required him to plumb deepest recesses of emotions.
The Critics' Citation for Excellence in Film Performance is awarded to
Reza Rahadian for Tris.
Bengkel keburu tutup. Kalau aja saya nggak dengerin kata Nadia. Kalau saya ikutin aja apa kata Gio. Bawa mobil ke bengkel dulu, baru interview. Saya nggak akan ngecewain Mama. Sementara sekarang Mama cuma punya saya, punya Gio, semenjak Papa nggak ada. Terus apa hasilnya? Nggak ada. Saya interview kerja juga sampai sekarang nggak dipanggil-panggil, nggak ada apa-apa. Apa yang saya bisa? Nothing. I'm such a waste. I'm such a waste, though. I'm a fucking waste.
Hi, my name is Reza Rahadian, and I would like to say thank you to Bakunawa Art and Film Festival, Young Cinema, for acknowledgement in my work, Trace. I'm very humbled by the award that given to me throughout this career, and Tris is something that really resonate with how I develop the character and how I develop as a human being throughout my life. So this is a very important role, not just to play, but how to communicate this role to the audience that I'm hoping can resonate as well. What is I'm trying to do and what is we are all trying to do in this film. So thank you to Janar Maesa Ayu, to Danny, to everyone that works in Tris, to Ibu Christine Hakim, and all the actors, crew members of this film, and to the judges, to the film critics of Bakunawa Young Cinema. Thank you very much.
This is not just a special film because we're seeing it in the lens of our current situation in the country and in the world amid the poverty and suffering brought about by the wars and the pandemic. Black Rainbow is an important work that brings to light the histories of violence and decades of struggle that have bordered the lives of indigenous peoples. Drama is sublime, complemented by terrific acting and perfect comic timing, treading between funny and heartbreaking. But most importantly, it is generous with its depiction of Itan's world. You remember the place the most, the place that nurtures their lives and defines their futures, and you think, how can I be part of the solution?
For creating a charming and profoundly moving portrait of Aita youth, the labyrinth of circumstances they must navigate, and the spirit that carries them through.
And for an extremely uplifting and sensitive depiction of the hopes and dreams of Indigenous children, depicted with great care for characterization and filmmaking craft.
The Critics Award for Film Excellence is given to Black Rainbow, directed by Zig Dulay, Philippines.
Ako na wala rin! Sapa kay pag-aaral! Ako na malyari! Ako kaya pa mag-computer!
Walang hanggang pasasalamat sa Bakunawa Film Festival at sa mga film critics na nagbigay ng espesyal na pagbanggit at pagkilala sa aming maikling pelikulang Black Rainbow. Maraming dapat pasalamatan sa pagsasakatuparan ng aming maikling pelikula pero hindi ko na po kayo mababanggit isa-isa. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Gusto ko lang banggitin ang NCCA, ang Sinihalaga, ang Negros Cultural Foundation at ang Uncle Scott Global Productions. Maraming salamat po sa pagtitiwala at pagsuporta ninyo sa amin. Gusto kong ialay ang pagkilalang ito sa mga actors, lalong-lalo sa mga Aita actors sa buong Aita community ng Inararo, Porac, Pampanga. At syempre sa buong team ng Black Rainbow. Mahirap ang pinagdaanan namin sa paggawa ng pelikula, maliban doon sa pandemya, nandiyan ang bagyo at iba pang hamon pero kinaya pa rin. Sa paglikha ng pelikulang Pawang umiikot sa mga kwentong IPs, napalapit na sa akin ang mga kwento nila at gusto kong ibahagi yon sa mas marami pang bilang ng tao gamit ang pelikula mismo. Naniniwala ako na maliban sa pagtataguyod sa makukulay nilang kultura, malaking bagay ang representasyon nila sa media upang sa ganoon ay maipakilala natin sila ng tama at wasto. Sa ganitong paraan, naniniwala ako na unti-unting nababawasan o nawawala yung panggigilid sa kanila o yung pagtingin sa kanila bilang iba. Kung bibigyan lamang natin sila ng pagkakataon, kung bibigyan natin sila ng sariling espasyo, makikita natin ang husay at galing nila sa iba't ibang larangan ng buhay. At hindi nila magagawa yun ng sila lamang, kailangan natin yung tulong ng isa't isa. Muli, maraming salamat sa Bakunawa Film Festival.
Thank you so much to one and all. You can now submit your films online to Bakunawa's 9th edition through Film Freeway and Festo. Regular deadline is on June 10, 2022. Visit our website, Facebook, and Instagram pages. Again, my name is Venice and we will see you again in October for the 9th Bakunawa Young Cinema Film and Art Festival.
Thank you.